We've sold ourselves a specific modern myth, the idea that if you micromanage your day into perfect 15-minute blocks, you will finally achieve freedom. But living this way extracts a massive psychological toll. You end up treating your own life like an unfeeling spreadsheet. Time becomes a hoarded commodity. People are reduced to optimized resources or mere obstacles to your output. When you try to exert absolute top-down control over your environment, you inevitably strip away all natural ambiguity and small-scale chaos. You don't eliminate risk by doing this, you actually hide it. The suppression of natural fluctuation prevents learning and builds up catastrophic systemic fragility beneath the surface. Eliminating all friction from your routine doesn't set you free. It simply locks you inside a brittle clockwork cage of your making, completely severed from reality. Psychiatrist and literary scholar Iain McGilchrist argues this modern anxiety is not a personal failure. It's a neurological imbalance playing out on a global scale. The right hemisphere, the master, perceives the living flow of reality and context. The left hemisphere, the emissary, slices this unified field into discrete parts for manipulation. Normally, the master governs, but McGilchrist diagnoses a catastrophic inversion. The focused emissary has hijacked our cultural operating system. Because the left brain is always engaged in a narrow purpose, it systematically ignores anything lacking immediate instrumental function. We stop experiencing the living world directly and substitute it with a static, fragmented map that commodifies human life into sterile categories. Modern burnout is the inevitable result of being trapped in this highly competitive left brain state. We are entirely severed from the relational, open awareness required to actually experience being alive. Philosopher Alan Watts recognized this trap. He noted that as the conscious intellect frantically tries to clutch the world in abstractions, it wears itself out. Watts pointed toward Taoism, which he called the Watercourse Way, as a potential antidote. It requires seeing human life as an integral feature of the world process, rather than an alien force placed here to control it. Think of reality as a river. If you struggle against it and try to swim upstream, you exhaust yourself and get nowhere. But if you align with the current, you gain the full force of the river behind you with very little effort. The ancient Chinese formalized this operational mechanism into a concept called Wu-Wei. In the West, this is often incorrectly interpreted as passive laziness or doing absolutely nothing. In practice, Wu-Wei translates to effortless action. It is the art of acting spontaneously and doing without anxious, forced striving. But this creates a mental paradox. The moment you consciously try to be natural or attempt to let your mind flow freely, you fail. The hidden, ulterior motive of wanting to achieve a specific state blocks true spontaneity. It's like trying not to think of a monkey. True mental equilibrium requires you to move past rigid, extrinsic goals. Only when purpose is used to achieve purposelessness can you stop fighting the current and simply float like a cork on the water. To navigate this dynamic, we can look at reality through what is called the 0-1 framework, a model acknowledging that our existence operates simultaneously on an energetic, mental layer and a tangible, material layer. The 0 represents the unknowable source, pure potential, and the profound stillness of the universe, where time does not exist. It aligns with the Tao and the open awareness of the right hemisphere. The 1 represents manifestation. This is the domain of matter, articulated reality, and practical action, correlating to the structural focus of the left hemisphere. Your core task is to act as the sovereign bridge between the two. Using your conscious will, you translate the vast, nonverbal intuition of the 0 into the practical, lived reality of the 1. True agency means rejecting the extremes. You cannot live exclusively as a rigid machine, maximizing mechanical output, nor can you surrender to total passivity and let the current wash you away. It's time to abandon the delusion that a perfect spreadsheet will save you. True freedom isn't found by standing perfectly still or controlling every variable. It is found in dynamic balance, by waking up at the edge of the current and choosing to actively co-create your existence.